Prince Andrew's refusal to move out of the royal lodge is part of a wider fight between King Charles and his younger brother, a royal expert has said. Royal biographer Andrew Loney, author of the 2021 work Traitor King, said the debacle over the Duke of York's home is adding to the tension between the brothers that has existed for some time. The 63-year-old disgraced prince is reportedly refusing to vacate the 30-room house which has been his home for more than 20 years. Just this week, it was reported that he was not even moving out while roof repairs were taking place for fear that he would be locked out and unable to return. The 74-year-old monarch reportedly wants the Duke to vacate the £30 million property he shares with his ex-wife, Sarah Ferguson, and move into Frogmore Cottage, the smaller home previously occupied by Sussexes. The royal biographer told Express.co.uk, Andrew has a lease with the Crown Estates in return for paying for renovation and upkeep, and he has honoured that. The optics might not look good for a non-working royal, but he is within his rights. Status matters to him, as he reminds everyone constantly he was the second son of the monarch, and he feels he is entitled to stay. This is also part of a wider fight with his brother which goes back to having security removed from his daughters, not gracing the balcony. In 2020, it was reported that the king had ensured that both Beatrice and Eugenie's security details were removed after it emerged the latter had used a year's worth of security in a few months. A report at the time suggested that £100,000 of taxpayers' money was spent financing the security for her trip to India, America, Thailand, and South Africa. Royal biographer Angela Levin told Channel 5's 2020 documentary Beatrice and Eugenie, Pampered Princesses, that the decision angered Andrew, who appealed to the Queen, insisting that his daughter should enjoy the benefits of full royal status. But the Queen backed Charles. Ms. Levin said, Charles decided that as they were not likely to be very senior royals, that this was too much for the public to pay, so he stopped that. Prince Andrew was so angry that he wrote a note to the Queen. He said he wanted them to be considered as proper royals. He did not want the protection officers to leave them. Usually the Queen gave in to him, she had just a huge soft spot for him. He could usually persuade her to his way. But this time, she refused. Don't miss. Loner Prince Andrew spends his days playing golf and trying to make money. Exclusive, King won't kick Prince Andrew out of his royal mansion, insists ally. Insight, King Charles warned he faces one huge problem evicting Andrew from royal lodge. Report, Andrew did not make an appearance on the balcony during Charles's coronation. But this was not the first time the prince allegedly felt both he and his daughters were snubbed by his older brother. In 2012, Andrew told a senior figure how he and other members of the royal family, namely his daughters, were being pushed to the margins of royal life, according to the Daily Mail. The report claimed the Prince of Wales drove a dagger through the heart of Andrew after he was excluded from the key part of the Queen's Diamond Jubilee. He was said to be upset that his daughters, Princess Eugenie and Princess Beatrice, were being dissuaded from carrying out royal duties. Pauline McLaren, author and professor of marketing and consumer research at Royal Holloway, University of London, said Andrew's refusal to move is worsening the brothers' relationship. The royal commentator told Express.co.uk, it does seem that the relationship between the two brothers is not in a good place, and Andrew's seeming intransigence over moving is likely to exacerbate the ill feeling. Earlier this year, Charles is reportedly cutting the £249,000 subsidy his younger brother received from their late mother from her own private fortune. This annual sum was used to upkeep and maintain the Royal Lodge. But Andrew's friends told The Sun that the Duke refuses to leave his home since 2003, stating that Charles should sit down with him and talk the matter over. One friend said, "If Charles wants Andrew to play ball and help the family, aren't there better ways of going about it? Why not do the decent thing, sit down and talk? If they need the house for William, perhaps Andrew should be told. Perhaps William should invite his uncle for tea and explain. Or why doesn't Charles invite his brother for a meeting and ask him if he'd leave Royal Lodge to help his nephew and the future of the monarchy?"